Sri Rama Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Hari Om to everybody.
Hari Om Swamiji, Pranam Swamiji.
Pranam, Pranam.
Pranam Swamiji.
Pranam, Pranam, Pranam. Today morning, a prompting came to take the shins to aspirants. One para, we will read it out and see for yourself. Ramdas realized that the same supreme reality has manifested as Ramdas, yourself, and all beings and creatures. Whatever way you may look upon this play of diversity, in the depth of your being, there is only one truth, one existence. Ramdas loves you as much as he can. He wishes he could do more. In love, there is no fulfillment and no end, because love is infinite. The more you drink of it, the more thirsty you become for it. There is no limitation in love. Love is God. Know that you are this love. Know that you are this love. Know that you are also the silent and immutable truth behind it. Mother Krishna Bai grants you purity, Ramdas grants you bliss. Now realize that the great God is dwelling within you and that you are His expression, nay, you are He. That means through, Papa wants us to reiterate that this is the goal of all sadhakas and devotees. Instead of diverting our attention on anything other than this, gently he wants. Realize that the same supreme reality, before that he says, faith and faith alone leads the aspirant in his goal. It is no good abusing God. You have to reach Him through love. Love does not admit of such abusive thoughts. God is love. He is all kindness and mercy. Whatever He does for you is always for the best. This must have been taken from an actor reply. By understanding a message, you have to soften your heart, purify your mind. In all matters, surrender yourself to Him, and then you will be free from fear. Take His name constantly. It is well that you are free from fear in solitude. Be brave. Then he says, realize that the same supreme reality has manifested as Ramdas, yourself, and all beings and creatures. So until we reach that stage, can we become complacent, no? Because our master says, not only in the master, in everybody in equal measure. Though he has said many times in various books, whatever way you may look upon this play of diversity, sit down. In the depth of your being, there is only one. So we have to keep on asking ourselves, Whether when we take up this disciplines like nama chanting or bhajan or swadhyay or satsang, are we becoming more and more clear about the goal to be scaled? And all our faculties are pooled for that, no? He is within me, he is everywhere. No? So first he is within me. Let not any thought under any banner take me out from that. That means he has been trying now through various programs through Satsang to hammer this. And one more thing, why did he ask us to take up this in-depth study of Bhagavad Gita? Only for this, that we should know. Through so many shlokas, Lord Krishna is emphasizing this. Through so many slokas. I am there equal in everybody's heart. Samam sarveshu bhudeshu. Sarvasya cha aham hridaya nivishtam. Like that. So all these things we are reading, hearing, talking. Are we moving towards that?
No doubt we are experiencing a harmony in daily life, Swamiji. We are experiencing a harmony in the daily life because of this.
Because of that, they are experiencing half of the daily life.
Ah, very good. But we have to pay the full price, We cannot be satisfied with anything less than that. Realize that the same supreme reality has manifested as Ramdas, yourself, and all beings and creatures. He is not more in somebody, less in somebody. Whatever way you may look upon this play of diversity, in the depth of your being, there is only one truth, one existence. So, morning when we were passing through Centenary Hall, suddenly he made us to take this book. And then a casual look he led us to these words. Very striking. Then immediately the question comes, are we pooling all our energy to become aware of this? Or is there are we puncturing it, through so many activities? So this should be there predominant in our mind as sadhakas or devotees. Whatever way you may look upon this play of diversity, in the depths of your being, there is only one truth, one existence. Yesterday also in the 11th chapter, Nish, we were going through that, the cosmic man. He's driving, he's driving. Now don't waste any energy for anything else. Pool your entire energy. Now you have to strike. Enough is enough. Days are flying. Don't be satisfied anything less than this. words directly go to the heart. Even now we were browsing, we were not getting this particular. Then we were wondering why did you make us to think about it in the morning and then why you are not revealing? Immediately it came. So we thought we should share with you all this. He also says about the importance of Bhagavad Gita in one of his slogas, in one of his, not sloga, one of his articles from Hints to Aspirant. Never leave the name of God, have it always on your lips. Your reading of the Gita will give you an exact knowledge of the state you have to attain, which is the absolute bliss of immortality. Your reading of the Gita will give you an exact knowledge of the state you have to attain. The Gita says you have the right to do action but have no right. When you help your fellow men, you should not expect anything in return. Okay. The Gita is a mine of wisdom. Any pearl in it is full of light and inspiration. Why do you think that you are not a jnani? Jnana is the very core of your Atman. Papa. Jnana itself is Atman and you are Jnana Swarup. The Gita says that a liberated soul, freed from the three gunas, belonging to Prakriti, realizes its immortal, changeless, blissful self, and living in the body, he acts according to the gunas, remaining at the same time unaffected by all external contacts and events. This comes only after attaining to a state of complete self-surrender. You remember the words of Sri Krishna in the Gita. He says, those who look upon him as the embodiment of the highest truth are liberated souls. Here he gives some, Ramdas can suggest to you the following. Somebody has asked, do not hasten or do not be in a haste. Give up your present employment. Haste in giving up your present employment, but with a steady purpose to try to utilize every minute of your spare time in the thought of God. Whenever you are free, get away from the din and spend your time resorting to a solitary place such as a seashore or a hill. Spend your time in the repetition of the divine name, meditation of the Lord's attributes. Whenever you have an occasion to come in contact with saintly souls, quote, the society, attend bhajan parties without getting yourself involved in them. That is, merely listen to the devout songs. Do not read any sensational literature such as novels, etc., but be constantly studying the Gita and other religious books. You say,
Attend bhajan party without involving. What is that? Attend, she's asking me, what is attend bhajan parties without getting involved in it? What is that?
you and I know that what happens when we attend. I have to sing, The very purpose is the sense of me and mine comes and says, I want to sing, Purpose is to surrender. If I am asked to sing, okay. That means anything and everything, nothing is initiated by the sadhaka or devotee. Otherwise, in a subtle way or a gross way, it comes to play. So Papa says, join the bhajan, listen to the bhajan. That is the purpose. The people who are taking to bhajan, all of them need not necessarily be. But unfortunately, it happens. We know that. There will be grumbling, complaints. I have not been given chance. So we can only, it's all right. One day, suppose you want to write the Arati, somebody else does it. Immediately, the attitude should be whoever wants it, no? God has given them, let them do it, bas, there and that. So that is why he said, all these sentiments, everything, it will all be taken the last. Only he, only he, only he. You say looters, robbers, unprincipled men are seen enjoying. You may recollect the shloka in the Bhagavad Gita which says, what appears to be sweet and nectar-like at the outset turns to be bitter and venomous in the end. So also what appears to be bitter and poisonous at the beginning turns out to be heavily nectar in the end. When we go through many such things, Papa had made an in-depth study of Bhagavad Gita. All these things, whenever now and one day, all these are there. So his sadhana means, that itself is, by this sadhana you will be, meditation means making the mind dwell upon the attributes of the Lord as described in the Gita, namely that he is eternal, all-pervading, absolute freedom, peace, wisdom, love and bliss. Here he says, 4 kinds of sadhana are prescribed, which will help the spiritual aspirant in his or her progress towards the goal. They are 1. Society of saintly souls. 2. Constant repetition of the divine name. 3. Study of the Bhagavad Gita or other scriptures. Steady meditation on the divine attributes. So Papa gives a lot of importance for in-depth study,
Second is what from second 4, no? In the second, chanting of the divine. Chanting of the divine.
Quoting the society, chanting the name, reading of Bhagavad Gita, and resorting to contemplation, meditation. Read the Bhagavad Gita daily. Be kind and compassionate to those who are in distress. Read the Bhagavad Gita daily. As regards the cases mentioned of devotees meeting with a fall in their spiritual career, Ramdas can say that although there may be a temporary setback in their progress, they will gather strength and go forward with greater force. You have read of yoga brashtas in the Gita. He says in the Bhagavad Gita, even if you have committed a lot of sins, the moment you turn, I will take over them. This is an assurance given by Lord Krishna. Papa quotes that. The yoga brashtas in the Gita, they are never lost. Ramdas finds now that those about whom he has mentioned are gaining momentum towards final illumination and release. Have it always, so never leave the name. Your reading of the Gita will give you the exact knowledge of the state you have to attain. So like that, Papa is now hammering and directing our attention to this. So let us all try now, in whichever way we feel his presence inside. So these are all some of the ways through which, we open our mind, a right perspective of Nama and Nama chanting. Then, when we deal with men and matters everyday life, he has brought Seva attitude. Seva attitude can become a reality when we try to go through intensely the Bhagavad Gita. Today morning, we were contemplating upon, get some examples for certain slogas. Everyone was thrilling. Because then only we come to know it is direct. We will share one or two. So how he is taking us now, not from the textual point, the real utility value of the Bhagavad Gita. One or two we will share now. Selfless sharris on the shore. These all happen. After reading it, we will try to explain. A couple from Gujarat, while visiting Calicut, decided to enjoy an evening stroll along the beach. The beauty of the ocean was inviting, but tragedy struck when they were swept away by a sudden, powerful wave. Local fishermen, witnessing the scene, immediately sprang into action. Without a second thought of their own safety, they braved the turbulent waters to rescue the couple. Despite their valiant efforts, they could not save the woman. Yet, their sense of responsibility did not end there. They alerted the authorities, comforted the grieving son, handled the all legal and hospital formalities, and even managed for the cremation with dignity and care. Throughout, they expected nothing in return. Not money, not praise, not recognition. Their only motivation was compassion and a sense of duty to fellow human beings in distress. This exemplary attitude of the fishermen is linked to the theme contained in Shloka 10 of chapter 10, chapter 5. Malayalam? No, not necessary. Not necessary. Don't worry. Don't worry. Because we have not learned Sanskrit. Ahimsa samata. No. Ahimsa samata tushti tapodhanam yasho yasha bhavanti bhava bhutanam matta eva pratigvita. No, sorry, not this. 5 and 10. Brahmanyadaya. ब्रह्मण्याधाय कर्माणि संगम त्यक्त्वा करोति यः लिप्यतेन स पापेन पद्मपत्र विमांबसा. He who performs his duty, offering all actions to the divine, abandoning attachment, is untouched by sin, just as a lotus leaf remains untouched by water. Now we will explain the fishermen's actions embody the spirit of this sloka. They performed their duty selflessly, without attachment to the results or any desire. Like the lotus leaf that remains untainted by water, their hearts remained pure amidst the sorrow and chaos. Their service was an offering, pure, compassionate, free from selfish motives. True nobility lies in selfless action, serving others without expectation, attachment, or desire for recognition. As the Bhagavad Gita teaches, such actions purify the heart, uplift the soul, leaving us untouched by the world's turmoil, just as the lotus leaf remains pristine above the water. See, actually, they came from Ahmedabad or couple. And it was a rainy season. And they, because they have friends in Calicut, Gujaratis, they left without telling us. After 3-4 days, the husband came and he was crying like anything. So we told him to sit. Then he explained all these things. Next day, they started walking in the beach. Suddenly, a wave came and they were saved by them. And then immediately, he did not know what to do. And they immediately they were able to somehow organize Gujarati friends and understand what they want. Then they came to know, they went to the police station. They explained everything to them. And the police said, we cannot leave the body now because tomorrow somebody may say something, So unless we get a no objection certificate from all their kith and kin, we have to subject them. Then it was a very heavily raining also. But these people prevailed upon the police. And then went back and got the address of the son, who was working in Bank of Baroda, some bank. And they went to that bank, nearest bank, same bank, and told them to get in touch with the branch in that particular place, and then slowly convey this message. And what he has to do is he cannot come because trains are not there. The uh, Konkan rail was disturbed, so he cannot come. So he has to give the permission, and it was sent through telex or something. We don't exactly remember. Anyway, they organized everything through the bank office. Bank people immediately responded. It was given to the police, and then they arranged for the pyre to be lit, and then they were there, and he was crying. I lost my missus, irreparable loss. But how am I going to repay to these strangers who did not accept anything from me and did everything? So when we read, now in order that we understand the meaning of the sloka, he connected up to this incident. So many. Today morning it was another one. In 2010, Gangadhar Tilak Katnam was driving through Hyderabad when his car hit a pothole, splashing muddy water onto a young girl by the roadside. Witnessing her discomfort, he felt a deep sense of responsibility, not to blame the authorities or complain, but to act. Quietly, he decided to do something about it. Using his own pension savings, Katna began filling potholes across the city. Day after day, for 15 years, he repaired over 1,125 potholes. Never seeking publicity, reward, or recognition, he simply saw the need and responded. His actions motivated by pure compassion and duty. There was no fanfare, only the quiet satisfaction of making the road safer for everyone. Slogan number 11 in chapter number 5 brings out the same theme. कायेन मनसा बुद्ध्या केवलैरिन्द्रियैरपि योगिनः कर्म कुर्वन्ति सङ्गं त्यक्त्वा आत्मशुद्धये. Yogis abandoning attachment act with body, mind, intellect, and even with the senses only for the purification of the self. We should know now he is also teaching us. Bhagavad Gita was delivered by Lord Krishna to Arjuna 6,000 years ago. Now we are in 2025. So we have to understand in the present day context. We cannot go to 6,000 years back. We are here only. So we try to take the essence and apply here. Then it becomes very clear. Universal. In 1955, Jonas Salk announced the success of the world's first effective polio vaccine, a breakthrough that would save millions of lives and end the terror of a disease that paralyzed and killed children across the globe. When asked during the television interview why he did not patent the vaccine, Salk famously replied, "Can you patent the sun?" For him, the vaccine was not a commodity to be owned or profited from, but a gift to humanity, something as universal and essential as sunlight, meant to be shared freely with all. His decision was not just a gesture, it ensured the vaccine could be distributed widely and affordably. Without barriers or delay, he partnered with pharmaceutical companies to maximize its reach, never seeking personal gain or recognition. His selfless approach reflected a profound sense of duty, compassion, detachment from the fruits of his labor. This spirit aligns perfectly with Sloka 25 of chapter 5. Labande Brahmanirvanam Rishaya Kshenakalmashaha Chinnadveda Yatatmana Sarvabhuta Hiterata. That word, Sarvabhuta Hiterata. I will be, whatever I do should be hitakaram, should be beneficial for everybody. Those who are free from desire and anger, who have controlled their minds and have realized the self, easily attain liberation and work for the good of all beings. Dr. Salk's legacy is not just scientific, but deeply ethical. He exemplified the highest ideal of selfless action, working for the benefit of all. unattached to personal reward, leaving a legacy that continues to illumine the world, much like the sun itself. Why we are prompted to read, Papa keeps on harping about. So if we are full timers, we can hold on to Nama only. We don't have to do anything else. None of us are full timers. So we have to supplement the non chanting time with something that will give a push to the remembrance. Chanting is for remembrance. Chanting is not for chanting is for remembrance. So during the non chanting time, how do I remember him? So then I have to shape my entire activities in such a way that it is freed from the me and mine to the maximum extent and then pooled for the welfare of others who are nothing but he in different forms. Sarva Bhuta Hiterata. This word is there. So during our non-chanting time, how do we fill our mind? Instead of our mind being encouraged by the me and mind. Any time we get the me and mind immediately steps in. Think about it. During our morning hours now, Nama chanting, slow chanting, mental chanting, and reading of the words of wisdom of Papa, it again knocks the door. What are you doing? What are you doing? Under the banner of chanting. Every time he keeps on hammering. Okay, so many of us or some of us would have definitely got some benefit out of it. And then when we come out, what happens? Next is followed by chorus chanting and then flower offering. It's a thrilling session every day. After that, we go for breakfast. Slowly the me and mine will take over. Even during bhajan hall also it may take over. Then we have lost the link. So every time when we feel we have lost the link, we have to do some repair, no? So this activities like this will help us. It might help us. Not that it is a must, but it might help us. Because he is parading before us a lot of anubhavas, what do you call it, situations, experiences. And he wants us to, we have not connected so far. We have dealt it from the individual to individual basis. But when for example, is a Gujarat couple, it is very clear in our mind because of the way in which he explained and he cried. How am I going to repay back to those people? So then such things, when such things are there, we would not have connected to God's finger at that time. But later on, when we go through this Bhagavad Gita, it gives us more clarity. Oh, he arranged that so that it gets kindled in your heart. And he gives out in so many ways. Sarva Bhuta Hiterata. Normally, we get stuck with these what do you call it, slokas. And we feel satisfied if our children chant it. They will come and say, he has learned chapter number 12, chapter number 15, chapter number 13. No doubt, that's okay. It won't go as a waste. But then what? We have seen after some time, because we have no access towards this language and we have not linked it to our day-to-day life, it is something a knowledge. Many people forget also. So its impact is not guiding us. So that is why now he is prompting, link with the contemporary world so that you understand Bhagavad Gita correctly. And if we fill our non-chanting time with efforts on these lines, it will keep us, in always touch with him. How he creates. And the Paritranaya Sadhunam, today we happen to go through that. Normally we all hear this, it's a famous sloga. So God comes. In a lively kitchen, a young cook watched the sweet and releasing mesmerizing aroma that filled the air. We also find, when we go for Arati, today it is that. Why do you burn them, Grandma? She asked, worried that the precious ingredients were being ruined. Her grandma replied, we are not destroying them, dear. We are transforming them. The heat breaks down the raw form, and in that process, the true flavor and fragrance are revealed. What seems like destruction is actually creation. This theme is brought out in Shloka 8 of chapter number 4. Paritranaya sadhunam, vinashaya dushkritam, dharma samsthavanarthaya, sambhavam yuge yuge. For the protection of the good, for the one that is lying down. For the destruction of the wicked, that which is covering, and for the establishment of righteousness, I manifest myself age after age, not in that form only, in the form of so many such transformative activities. See how a very oft quoted, we remember, because we were all coffee planters, an innocent coffee seed, when I give you, you will not find anything common in the cup of coffee you take. But the same seed, when it is roasted, the aroma starts coming. Near you go, you see, first class coffee. And then it is powdered, and then you put it in the filter and add hot water. Next day you get the decoction. It is made to pass through, God has deposited this, and he wants us to destroy that which is covering that, so that this comes out. When Papa said construction and destruction are concomitant, this is the word used. We may casually agree, literally, but we may not understand that. But when you go through this, in this manner, we find how relevant it is. Coffee as a berry in a plant, or as a coffee seed on your table, will not give you this. It has to be processed so that what is lying dormant in it, latent in it, it is touched, kindled, and revealed. Construction, destruction, destruction, construction.
Swamiji, also in our own body, when an infection comes, the antibody will attack it. No?
Yeah.
So there is a construction and destruction.
You see, antibiotic, you take antibiotics. Yes. This is what Paritranaya Sadhunam. So how Gita enters into us, If this is taught to the children also, apart from us, then, in their, when they pass through life, they might.
Swamiji, the daily metabolism is also construction and destruction.
Daily metabolism.
Daily metabolism, yeah. Daily metabolism, construction, destruction. One doctor said, 1 lakh, trillions and trillions of cells are born and die in every second. Metabolism, yeah. But of course, it's a science. This is something which we can see, Seasoning, we say,
In our case,
you make sambar, the final act is seasoning, Put oil, and then in Kerala, we are all used to this coconut oil, and then you put
mustard seeds.
some.
Mustard seeds.
Mustard seeds.
Then finally we put mustard. The mustard then that is the final end. Then you put it there. Then the whole, if we have not put it, we were all cooking, so we know this very well. Suppose we don't do that, Something is missing, sambar. Something is missing. Purichikotleda. Oh, சரி. Then he says seasoning. வெங்காயம் போட்டு நாங்கள் சாப்பிட்டுக்கல என்னால் பிரித்து வளரலை நான்.
அப்படி இல்லை, கண்ணை அழ வைக்கிறது.
சரி. So like that, today morning when we were going through that, one more. The actor and the art of detachment. Katasangasya muktasya. On stage, the actor transformed into a notorious villain. He lied, cheated, and plotted, drawing boos and angry shouts from the audience. His performance was so convincing that people forgot it was just an act. By the end, his character was caught, punished, despised. But as the curtain fell, the actor calmly removed his costume and makeup. He smiled, bowed to the audience, walked off stage with a light heart. The hatred and suffering of the villain's role never touched his true self. Off stage, he was simply himself, at peace, free from any burden of the part he played. The actor's mindset is conveyed through Shloka 23. Gatasangasya muktasya. He whose attachment is gone, who is liberated, whose mind is established in knowledge, and who acts for the sake of sacrifice, his actions are completely dissolved.
Swamiji,
we
have to remember that we are on stage all the time.
We have to remember we are on stage all the time.
The actor's detachment from his role mirrors the wisdom of the shloka. He performs his duty with full involvement, but without attachment to the identity or consequences of the role. Once the act is over, he lets go completely, his mind unburdened and free. Like the actor, we too play many roles in life. When we perform our duties with dedication, but without attachment, we remain unaffected by praise or blame, success or failure. This is the freedom and peace that the Bhagavad Gita teaches, acting in the world yet remaining untouched. So Papa is now leading us, when he says, today morning casually, it just came, we were passing through Centenary Hall. Suddenly the prompting comes to take these hints to aspirant from nowhere, from inside only. And then when we started browsing it, how many times he has made a mention about Gita? And then he cautions, have I not prompted you to take it up? Are you taking it up with this mindset? Or it will become an academic exercise, learning something and talking to somebody. Absolutely no use. It should percolate into our system and then influence our thoughts, words, and deeds in the form of leaving the me and mine. One more example. Selfless love on the shore, pothole over, universal outlook over. After a decade of relentless deadliness and corporate pressures, Raj felt the weight of exhaustion settling into his mind and body. Realizing he was losing touch with his inner peace, he made a bold decision to take a 6-month sabbatical. He left behind the buzzing office, packed his bags, set out to travel, meditate, and write. During his journey, Raj spent time in quiet mountain retreats, practiced meditation at sunrise, poured his heart onto the paper. Away from the noise and distraction, he gradually rediscovered a sense of calm and clarity. The silence and solitude allowed him to reflect deeply, reconnect with his values, find a renewed sense of purpose. When Raj returned to work, he was transformed. No longer overwhelmed by stress, he approached challenges with a calm mind and a fresh perspective. His colleagues noticed the change. He was more focused, creative, compassionate. The time spent in solitude had not only healed him, but also made him a source of inspiration for others. Raj's initiative is pointed out in Shloka number 10. Yogi yunjita satatam atmanam rahasistita ekaki yachit yatachit atma nirashir aparigraha. Let the yogi let the yogi try constantly to keep the mind steady, remaining in solitude, alone with the mind and body controlled, free from the hope of possessiveness. So we were previously trying to understand, to become a yogi we have to leave. No. He says, now you are there. I have put you in this field. Every now and then you have to resort to solitude. Think about the purpose for which you have been assigned. Otherwise, I will make you to forget about your role and you become one with the role. Just like the actor we have. God is saying, I have put you on a role. But you should know that I have put for that, you have to relieve yourself from the activities for a time being. And engage yourself in such a way that you try to know that it is His will that it is working through you. Raj sabbatical is a living example of this teaching. By seeking solitude and practicing self-discipline, he was able to quieten his mind, let go of attachment, return to his duties with deeper awareness and balance. Like the yogi described in the Gita, Raj found strength and renewal in inner stillness. Sometimes stepping away from the world's noise is essential for finding true clarity and purpose. As the Gita teaches, solitude and self discipline help us reconnect with our inner self, empowering us to return to life's challenges with peace, energy, and wisdom. In a bustling city, a young student entered a renowned music academy. Her heart filled with dreams of becoming a great teacher one day. But the path was anything but easy. Each morning she practiced her scales, sometimes repeating the same note for hours. Mistakes were frequent, her fingers stumbled, her rhythm faltered, her confidence wavered, yet she did not give up. Guided by her teacher, she patiently corrected her errors, revisited the basics, learned to listen deeply. Some days, progress seemed invisible, on others, a new skill would blossom. Over the years, her mind and hands grew attuned to the discipline. The music that once felt foreign became a natural expression of her inner self. Eventually, the students began to seek her guidance. She taught them not just techniques, but the value of patience, persistence, humility. She reminded them that mastery is not a sudden leap, but a gentle unfolding, step by step, mistake by mistake, lesson by lesson. How it is connected to our daily life. Think connection to Bhagavad Gita, chapter number 6, sloga number 25. Shanai Shaner. That beautiful word, that Shanai Shaner. Repeat. 6:25. Shanai Shaner Uparamet. Buddhya Dhriti Grihitaya. Atmasamstam Atmasamstam Manakritva Nakinchitavi Chintayet. Little by little, let him attain quietude by the intellect held firmly. Having made the mind established in itself, in the self, let him not think of anything else. Practical. Shanai Shaner. Just as the student's journey to mastery is gradual and patient, so too is the path to inner mastery. The Gita teaches that the mind cannot be forced or rushed. It must be gently and steadily guided, returning to the basics of holding firm to the discipline. With patience and perseverance, the mind becomes still and true wisdom blossoms. Mastery, whether in art, science, or in the inner world, comes not from pressure, but from patient, consistent effort. As the Gita reminds us, progress is made little by little, with steady resolve, gentle guidance, until both skill and self realization are attained. Until both skill and self realization. So, all these things, now we are very clear that how we are being led by Papa. out of His love, bounteous love for us, He knows we have to blend our daily life with our spiritual journey. So within that limit, that limitation is there. He has not made us full timers. He has not given us that commitment, serious commitment from our mind. So though we apparently think that we know, we don't know. And so He has to give us this every now and then. Some clues, some points, either in the form of encouragement or in the form of failure also. And then we will no longer name it as failure. Suddenly you said, 10 anecdotes are missing, We thought we have touched. We have not touched. So that failure, the apparent failure, was the boost to somehow finish it. So we are seeing it, every moment we are seeing it. So now we are praying to Him, you are holding our hand and leading us. But every now and then our old habits, which you have given, make us to forget the purpose for which you are holding our hand. We always look outside. We have to look within, then only we know that you are holding our hand to take you within. So now we pray to Him. Though you are taking our hand, make us realize that you are taking our hand. For a fleeting moment we may feel. Next moment, in the midst of activities, we forget. It takes us away. Of late, whenever we open, Papa keeps on directing us to this inward journey, always. Go within. We have not been able to go within when we were outside. Even after coming to ashram, have you been able to go within? Okay. In our day-to-day activities, are we in a position to go within at least for 5 minutes or 10 minutes? Under the banner of spiritual discipline or spiritual, commitment, we are doing so many things, apparently for others and others, for ourselves. It makes us feel that we are doing spiritual discipline. But ultimate is this, So for that we have to intensely pray that you are guiding us, but make us feel that you are guiding us. Agreed, we are not fit enough to hold on to it constantly. Our equipment has not been purified to that extent. But at least now and then you show, so that we will slowly try to get freed from the me and mine. So the whole today's, topic came because he prompted us in the morning to go to hints to aspirants. More of it tomorrow. Hari Om. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram. Jai Jai Ram Om. 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 Shri Ram, Jai Ram, 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 Jai Jai Ram. Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om to everybody. Namaskaram, namaskaram. Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om. Hari Om, Hari Om. Namaskaram, Swamiji. Namaskaram, namaskaram. You are also talking. Namaskaram, very good. Hari, 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 Hari.